What y'all doing with them kids this summer? So look, for the last 17 years, I've been trying to find structured activities for my children in the summertime. I look for camps, I've sent them to grandma's house, even sometimes having to set the house up for the older siblings to watch the younger siblings. But this summer, we have something different. Here at Community Cultivation Network, we are launching our very first podcast camp. This camp is for children ages 11 to 14, and this is a very, very unique experience for them. So here at our podcast camp, they're going to learn four major things. They're going to learn the influence of content, how to create positive content, what is a podcast and how to create a podcast, and entrepreneurship. It will help them build up confidence as they get in front of the camera and give it what they got. Also, structured fun. So this is a podcast camp. Definitely we're going to have a lot of fun, but it's going to be very structured, and people are going to get value from it. Content creation strategy. So when your kid leaves this podcast camp, whatever they want to do in the future, they will know how to create content around that for it to eventually monetize. Some of the advantages of your children starting a podcast is it teaches them about entrepreneurship, it builds their confidence, it teaches them work ethic, and it also teaches them how to express themselves in a creative way. My daughter started a podcast last year, and man, I'm really glad that she did it because she thought it was going to be so easy. She hears about podcasting, she's all into YouTube, but when it got time for her to start the podcast, she recognized that there are steps that you have to take in producing a podcast. So she was able to learn, she was able to have structured activity where she had to actually prepare for these podcasts. And once sis got the rolling, she enjoyed the experience. It fosters entrepreneurship and confidence and creativity. Let's talk about consuming versus creating. It's the summertime, so you know that consuming content is at an all-time high for children. And since the pandemic, depression has risen across the world, but especially in our children because they don't know how to freely express themselves or they don't feel comfortable in freely expressing themselves. Well, guess what? There is a secret to that. Instead of focusing on what type of content your child is consuming, how about we focus on teaching them how to create positive content that will influence their peers, right?